Hi everybody. Well, next update on the mini tugboat. I've got controls hooked up. Originally I was going to do a ship's wheel. I think it'd look awesome. And if I can figure out a way of adapting it with a sleeve, I might end up doing that. But I was looking for the controls. It's the old style. It's got the 2 lever. That's what it takes for the old Johnson motor. And I put an ad on. I saw a few, but they were pretty expensive. I put an ad on Craigslist that I was looking for some, and first day I got 4 replies. The guy where I got these just happened to be the closest to home. And when I went to look at the controls, he really didn't know what he wanted for them, and I went and talked to him and discovered that he had this set of steering controls also. We were talking about pieces parts, and he said, "Yeah, I got a steering control in the shed." So I asked, we started talking price, and I said, "What do you want for them?" And he said, "Take them both $100." So they're getting more than that for just the old style controls. eBay, these things are running 100 and a quarter, up to 150, especially with the longer cables. So anyway, for $100 for both, I took the steering control too. It's the Telflex style. There's the cable coming back. They're just nice. See if I can show you the control here. It's mounted down inside this the hatch. That works real well. It's just sweet. So I took that for now, and the controls, they're all hooked up. It's got the throttle controls, the gear shift. So that's all hooked up and ready to go, and routed the cables. I actually was able to hide the cables inside the seats here. They had right here, they had to come out around this wall that telescopes. If you've been watching the videos, you know about the telescoping wheelhouse. So I had to bring the cables out of the seat and then back in to get around that. So I built this little box over them, and kind of hide the cables and look better. When it's all painted, that'll be sweet. Cables are mounted inside the wall of the seat. Go through into the this bin back here. There's the steering mount control, and it fell just a little short and wanted to bind the way it was, so I rigged up this angle iron bracket that the steering hooks to, and that works real good. It just couldn't be better. Down there's the throttle and gear controls. Come up around. You know, this whole thing, this will have a lid on it. There'll be a lid over the motor. This will have a lid on it. And in front of the motor, I had the idea, I was going to put a door over this, and then I had the idea to hinge it on the top, and that door will lift and become a table between the 2 seats. So that should work out pretty sweet. I built this sort of tower gizmo to hold the controls, and there's storage underneath it. This will be a bench seat. It'll have a lid on it that'll be upholstered, and the back will be upholstered where you lean. On this side over here, I was originally going to kind of mimic that side, and then I had the idea, I think I'm going to make a little miniature galley kind of thing, for lack of a better word, sort of a countertop with storage under the countertop, and be a place to set snacks out. And if it's raining, you could even you could eat on it or whatever. That way you're under the roof. Most of the time you eat back here on the table. Anyway, so a lot packed into a little tiny boat, but it ought to work out pretty good. In front of the helm here, there's going to be a pedestal style swivel seat for the helm. They actually have them at Kmart. You can get the pedestal. It's all sold in pieces so you can mix and match. But they've got a pedestal, then they've got a swivel assembly, and then they've got a choice of several different qualities of seats, upholstered or just plastic. And so I'm going to get a nice upholstered seat and swivel and pedestal, and that'll be the driver's seat, the captain's chair. So I think that's it. You already saw the visors on. As soon as I get whatever I'm going to do over here, as soon as I get that done, it's just about ready to fiberglass. And I'll probably fiberglass behind that before I put that in. I made an access panel on this side. I can still get back in there with a brush, and it's pretty important. Every square inch of anything that's plywood is going to get coated in fiberglass resin to waterproof it, and it'll be painted, but it's going to get the resin first, because if there's any moisture gets in any plywood, it's going to delaminate. So anyway, I can still get back into there with a brush and put fiberglass resin on the walls of the sides and on the floor and the chine log area where they meet. All back up under there. There's still access up under the bow. So I can still get to everything to fiberglass. I know a lot of people are probably wondering why are you putting all the controls in and the steering wheel and everything before you paint. But the reason I did that is so I know if everything's going to work, and that's where I want it, and it feels comfortable and it looks right, because I don't want to have to be making changes after I've painted and then have things to repaint. So, I'll pull the controls back off, take the steering wheel off, and take things apart a little bit to be able to paint, pull the motor out. But I want to make sure everything's going to work and be comfortable and be as I want it, because now's a lot easier time to change it than after everything's painted and the finish is done. So that's why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. That might make sense to some and not others, but hey, that's my way. Anyway, I guess that's about it for now. I'll update you when I get this side over here built. Oh, I heard an interesting saying on the net. They said you can't say you really built your boat until you've sweat on it, bled on it, and cried tears on it. Well, I've definitely sweat on it. Now I've bled on it. There's 2 out of 3. I almost cried a couple times when I miscut expensive plywood, but not yet. But anyway, so that's it. See you next update. Thanks for watching the videos. I'm out of here.